talk some Cavs.
Yes.
Tired of Browns talk. Let's talk a little Cavs. Let's talk about LeBron James. Look, this guy's trying to win a title. This guy knows his legacy. But these restrictions he's putting on, though, the hoverboards, that's weird that we're talking about hoverboards, but the intros, all of that stuff. What do you think of all these restrictions?
Well, I think it could wear a little thin with some teammates eventually, but I like it, I must say. I mean, my biggest complaint about him the first time around, and granted he was a young guy, was that he didn't seem to have an idea of what being a real leader was all about. He liked to talk about it. He liked to tell you he was one, but he really didn't walk the walk. And I think he's doing it now. Is he doing it a little prematurely? Are they going to get tired of listening to him for most of the, later in the season? That's a possibility. But I think he's trying to get more out of this team and not let it fall into this malaise of thinking, oh, when Kyrie and Shumpert come back, everything's going to be fine. So I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah, I think that's an area of danger that LeBron doesn't want them to go, but I agree with you on that. I'll offer this up as well. Do you think there's a possibility that he's starting to believe, or at least if we gave him truth serum, as in, this winning the championship here is going to be a lot harder than I thought originally it might be, regardless of the cast and crew. I think that's part of his entire thinking going forward now. That's not something you're going to hear publicly, obviously, but I believe LeBron fully understands that without complete engagement from these guys, with no margin of error in the way that he wants them to be, I think he's knowing the task is going to be quite difficult.
I'll tell you what, though, guys. I mean, I think ultimately guys are who they are, right? Over the course of what could be 100 games, you are who you are, whether you have a player telling you not to do something or not. Yeah. That DNA is either there or it isn't.
So what you're trying to say is, even though hoverboards are outlawed, doesn't mean JR's not going to come in on a skateboard.
I mean, I'm just saying, the Bulls did pretty well with the player intros going on back in the 90s. I think the Warriors did pretty well last year. Yeah. We'll see how it plays out.